This is Kelso Sturgeon. Welcome to another class of Kelso Sturgeon's College of Advanced Sports Handicapping. You know, before we begin today, I like to tease everyone's brain a bit, get them on the alert, on the edge of their seats so you can listen and record what we're talking about here today. So the brain teaser of the day is, how do you tell when you're out of invisible ink? Think about that for a while. We've got a lot to talk about on the show today. We're going to talk about handicapping baseball, the NBA playoffs, and then we're going to talk a bit about goal-oriented handicapping. It's our lesson of the day, and I think it's important that you get your arms around it and understand what's going on when you step up to that window and bet your money or pick up that phone and make a bet. But let's do a little business first. I won a 50-unit play on the Dallas Mavericks last night in their rather dramatic win over the Miami Heat. No apologies for having to get lucky, coming from 15 points down with seven minutes to play to get the cash. I've lost games like that too, my friends. So, yes, I was lucky, but I got the cash, and that's all that counts. If you bet, you can cash that ticket. Dallas and Miami meet again on Sunday. Dallas is a 3-point favorite with a total of 187.5. Miami, strangely, having lost the home court advantage, is still the minus 130 favorite to win the NBA playoffs. Now keep in mind, the format is 2-3-2, which means the first two games were in Miami, which they split. And by the way, both went under the number. The next three games are in Dallas, and if Dallas could win those three games, it's all over. They don't have to go back to Miami to play in either of the final two games. I'll have a lot more to say about that in tomorrow's lesson, but just keep in mind that at this point of the NBA playoffs, nobody has to win. Everybody has a chance. The point spread is the equalizer, and I'll let it go for there at this time. Now, I'm 28-9 in Major League Baseball over the past 2 weeks. Wrap your arms around these figures. I'm 8-3 with my personal best baseball club. That's for my high rollers. Those betting $100 a unit are up more than $11,600 in the last 2 weeks. I'm 10-3 with my best bets club. Breaking the bookmakers one day and one game at a time. And just in case you think that I don't want to be benevolent to all my readers, listeners, and clients, I'm 10-3 with the free games I give away on this website over the past 2 weeks. So remember one thing: if you want to test the waters on baseball and you don't want to spend any money, get that free selection each day. 10-3, that's a pretty substantial number for the past 2 weeks. Now, tonight I'm releasing my 25-unit American League game of the week, and we'll be coming back on Sunday with a 100-unit play on that Dallas-Miami game. You don't want to miss any of the big winners. It's the big winners tonight, right on through the weekend. You can get the cash. And remember that all these games are released on this website or toll free at 1-800-755-2255. All credit cards are accepted, and the price is always right, and it's a very modest price to pay for winning. Now, I want to get into the issue of goal handicapping. You know, I don't quite understand how someone can really beat this game if they don't have goals. I don't want to live day to day on what I do, whether I win, whether I lose, or whatever. I want to set a goal and then get there through whatever means that it takes. I think that most of you who are members of my baseball clubs, my personal best or my best bets club, know just how restrictive I've been and how judicious I've been in handicapping lately, and that's why I stand 28-9 over the past 2 weeks. My best bets club members used to get 2 games a day. Now they only get 1. I used to release a 25-unit play for my personal best players every day. Now I might pass a day or two each week and just release 5 or 6 games. I'm doing that for a basic reason. Number one, I understand that the economy is terrible, and that people need money, and it's very difficult for a lot of people to survive right now. And I'm taking every single edge I can. I've cut the risk versus reward factor heavily in the favor of the bettor, and so less plays means more money. Now, I set that as my modus operandi, but I have goals. I set goals in everything that I do. Now, I've never quite understood the mentality of the sports bettor. You know, a guy who bets sports, he's in the mindset of, well, I'll bet and I'll make thousands or tens of thousands, or maybe I'll make millions of dollars betting. Never considers how to get there. That's a wide open goal. There's no restrictions involved in how it's all going to be handled. And immediately the sports bettor sets himself up for failure because of unreasonable expectations. You know, the one thing about sports betting is that you can beat the game. I think I've proven that for the last 20 years, and I've been doing this for 40 years. I finally figured out after 20 years what it was all about. But you know, the one thing that I do, let's say that that in my baseball, I've set a goal. Number one, I need to pick winners. I realize that. But my goal is to make money. It's not necessarily to... my focus is on making money, and certainly you have to win to make money, but I'm far more interested in making the money than I am picking 90% winners. You know, that's why I release my games all on a unit-rated basis. My average unit play for my best bets club is 15 units. The average play for my personal best clients, 25 units, and an occasional 50-unit play, which, by the way, I will have in baseball tomorrow. The mechanism that I use is aimed toward a goal. At the end of every week, I want to have made money. And whether I picked one winner to do it, or whether I picked 5 winners to do it, the goal is to make money. It's not necessarily to win every single day. And you know, sports betting is a business. It's not a crapshoot. And if you don't have a goal-oriented program, your life as a bettor is nothing more than a crapshoot. Win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, and never having anywhere that you can reach and assess where you stand. You know, before you begin betting, you need to stop, and here's how your goal and your plans begin. You have to decide how much money you can afford to win. Now, by that, that may sound rather a foolish statement, but remember this. If you're a $10 bettor, you're not going to win $1 million. I can promise you right now. There's not enough $10 bets in the world to do that. So if you're a $100 bettor, you're not going to win $1 million. You have to decide with the amount of money you bet, what can you do to reach a particular goal? And it might surprise you to know that, you know, you only have to win $33 a day to win $1,000 a month. It's not very much money. But once again, without a goal, the focus gets lost on all of that. So number one, when you set your goal, the goal has to be determined by how much you can afford to bet. And you can't have the unreasonable expectation of breaking the bank if your betting limit is $10 a day. It's just not going to happen. That doesn't mean you can't make a profit. You can make a substantial profit betting just $10 a day. You can make a major profit betting at the 100-unit level, as I prove with my personal best club, up $11,600 in the last 2 weeks. And then you need to set a time frame in which to reach that goal. Let's say I want to win $100 this week. Starts today, in 7 days from now, and along the way, as I win and as I lose, and you know, there's got to be maybe, excuse me, a loss or two in there, but my goal is at the end of this period to make $100. So in the process, I have to maybe change my unit ratings. I might have to change the way I bet or whatever. But day by day, as I work toward that goal of $100, I don't have any rules that are cut in stone. Maybe I'll take personally. Take a 15-unit play and make it a 20-unit play or whatever. Or if I'm reaching that goal and I get to the $100 unit on the 5th day, maybe I'll call it quits. Maybe I'll say, well, I've made my $100 this week or whatever. The bottom line is, when you handicap and you put all these things together and hope to win, you have to have a program that is goal-oriented. You have to just sit down and just think and decide how much you can afford to win based on how much you can afford to bet, and then set a time frame to reach that goal. It can be a month. It might be the whole baseball season. I'm not, I don't know. Everybody has their own goals. I'm basically a seasonal man myself because it gives me time to make the adjustments that it takes to get there. Let's say I wanted to win $25,000 in a baseball season. I know I don't have to win it today, but over the entire season, which lasts through October, I can manipulate and handicapping very judiciously, manipulate how I bet to get to that goal. All I'm saying to you is, if you don't have a goal-oriented betting program, the chances of you beating this game are nil. You don't want a crapshoot. You want a business-like program that makes money and makes it on a steady basis, and you can do that if you just stop, think, and set a goal. I've already proved you can beat the game of baseball. Some games have a 75% chance to win before you ever handicap them. You can make money. This is a perfect chance for you to prove it to yourself. Set a goal and work to get to it. Now, last but not least, I just want to remind you, tomorrow, my 50-unit baseball game of the month. On Sunday, my 100-unit play in the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks-Miami Heat game. Thank you very much for watching. All games and all selections available on this site and toll free at 1-800-755-2255.